the privilege of hearing from Nicholas Gonzalez on art. Let's give it for Nicholas.
Good morning, my name is Nicholas Gonzalez and I will be teaching you how to draw portraits. To start off, I'm going to explain the effect society has had on arts during the last few decades. Before in time, when artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, art was really appreciated, and to be an artist, or to be an artist in any field, like a musician, a painter, a sculptor, you had to be knowledgeable, you had to be educated, you had to study, you had to be intellectual, and you had to have a lot of education before even considering yourself an artist. Thanks to the technology break or bloom, and especially with the internet, anyone has access to everything. Becoming an artist has been available for everyone now. Anybody can buy a camera now, anybody can take a picture and call themselves a photographer. Anybody can pick up pencils, learn how to draw through the internet and call themselves a drawer or paint. And art now is being really unappreciated, especially for artists. And society has had a really negative feedback towards people trying to become painters or drawers or artists, because everyone can be an artist. Thanks to the internet boom and the technology advancement, the competition has got harder and harder and harder, because everyone wants to be an artist. And who wouldn't want to be an artist? I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can have fun. Drawing is fun. Painting is fun. Who doesn't want to be an artist? And art is really nice. It's really relaxing. And thanks to the ease that we all have now to become one, everyone around the world has considered once in their lifetime to want to become an artist of any sort. Musician, any sort. And thanks to technology, according to tech.com, technology has been taking over human talents. We don't need humans anymore to paint, because a computer can easily do that. We don't need a human to draw, because a computer can do that easily. Who can tell me how this picture was created? Or who, well, you can say who she is, but
it's drawn on a computer, and that was made in digital
computer. Yeah. This is what a computer can do nowadays. Who can tell me how this was made?
By a person.
How this was made?
By hand.
By person, by
hand.
By hand? False. This was made by computer too.
What?
Thanks to technology, now anybody can go on the computer, get a program, and do something exactly like a real painter would do, but it's a lot easier nowadays. So anybody can do this. This is not hard. If you know how to use Photoshop, if you know how to use Adobe, anybody can do this with a few classes. So here are 4 recommendations, according to Sarah Rachel, to become a professional artist. Well, now to be an artist, you have to learn a lot of things, because the competition is really, really, really hard. So the first step would be creating a comprehensive marketing materials. Second step would be build relationships, and that's logical, because if you want to become an artist, you have to be known by society, by people. So you want to make a lot of friends, know a lot of people, know a lot of artists. Switch to a part-time job. You want to dedicate yourself a lot to art and a lot to what you do in order to be good. It's not that easy to become a real artist, a real painter, a real drawer. You have to have dedication and motivation, which is something we all need for everything, not only artists. And these are just tips to become a professional artist. So I'm going to teach you guys how to draw a portrait. People would think that drawing a face or drawing a person is easy. You just have to draw what you see, and there's not really technical talent involved in it. But that's false. Our face is really technical. Everything you see around the world, everything is technical. There's steps and there's procedures you have to follow in order to do something, including drawing. So we're going to start with some basic face. This is the general, like the basic facial structure of a person. Oh, let me see. I'll just try. You start off doing an upside down avocado, or whatever that looks like, or a balloon. You always want to start off splitting the face in half. This board doesn't really, well, okay. I'm sorry, this is not going to be that great, but okay. Your eyes are always in the center of your face. If you put your whatever finger here in your eye and to your chin, it will have the exact same distance to the top of your head. So you always want to draw a line called an eye line. If you put your finger on the sides of your eye and touching your crying organ, I don't know what it's called, and you put in the space between two eyes, you see it has the exact same space. And your face is divided, your eye line is divided into 3 spaces, exact spaces. So you want to start off doing, depending on whoever the person is, a space between there, grab this part in the middle, translate it to this part, and then grab the exact same distance here. We're just learning how to put perspective or the basic structure of a face onto paper. We don't really care about details, we don't care about anything. We want to just get the spaces of it. Your mouth line, if you stay straight, your mouth line is in the exact middle of your eyeball. So you go down and it's exact middle. So you want to go down and put a line in between there. Exact middle and put a line in between there. Your nose line is in between your eye line and your chin. So you again go in the middle and put a nose line right there, really fast. So now we have the really basic structure of the face. Your hairline would be from your chin to your nose. You go up here, and this would be your hairline. Really fast. So this is basically just the structure of the face, the technical way to draw a face. You do a line here. Well, that would be okay. People think that the details on a face or the details on a drawing is what most important. That's false. The details are easy, in my opinion, are easy. What's hard is to get the exact measure and precision in every single person's face, because what determines how your drawing will look like, or how similar it will look like to the person you're trying to draw, is determined by how exact and how precise each space is on the drawing. Not so much the detail, because the detail is simple once you get a grasp on it, like shadows and all that. It's not really important. What's important is to get these exact measures, and everyone is slightly different, so it's not really it's not really a one for all style. And basic general drawing tips: you never do this for a neck. You never do this for a neck. This is wrong. Professionals will hate you if you do this. A neck is always curved towards your shoulder when you're drawing. Something that Miss Bonds told me or taught me last year was something really similar to what Salvador Dali said. Imperfection makes perfection. And what Salvador Dali said was, never strive for perfection because you'll never achieve it. And it's exactly means the same thing. If we see everywhere, if we see our face, if we see the nature and grass, nothing is perfect. There's always flaws, there's always imperfection, everywhere. Even our face, even our body. We're not perfectly symmetrical, if you notice. There's always one eye bigger than the other. We all have one arm larger than the other, one leg larger than the other, slightly. We're not perfectly symmetrical. The same thing applies to the world. And even though technology is taking over, oh, here are the steps there. Even though technology is taking over art, a computer will never be able to take our uniqueness, which would be imperfection. Because even though this looks like a painting, it's really similar to a normal painting. You can see how this is not really perfect. It's not really, you can see how it's blurred out, how it's like really kind of fatly painted. It's not perfect, but which one looks more real, in your opinion? I say she looks more real, because she looks too perfect. Kind of understand like what I'm trying to say? It's too detailed. This is really like fatly drawn, and this to me seems a lot more realistic. So my personal 3 steps, if anyone wants to become a successful drawer or artist, is determination. You have to be determined that you want this, you want to do this, and you want to become the professional you want to become. Dedication. You can't just slack off in art because of the harsh competition all around the world. You have to continue practicing. And motivation. Society will tear you down. Will tell you you're useless, you will be rejected everywhere you go, but you just have to keep on motivated, keep on doing what you want to do. And this applies to any field of art. As a musician, you will be pulverized, your enemies will try to destroy you, even as an artist.